Hello everybody and welcome to Mondoid on Tuesday, your one-stop shop for all things Project Zomboid, and this week, Master of Unlocking. Good times, good times. Actually, some cool stuff to look at this time around. Again, another shorter one, but one that has some information for us to dissect. So first and foremost, it looks like they're finalizing build 30. It might actually be up yesterday. I did not check. It's a lovely and slightly beautiful Easy Pickens has been throwing in a fix or after fix for build 30, with 30.16 being thrown into public. I will back up my save file. Testing for yesterday morning. Once we're sure it's firing in all areas, it will be rolled out in the main branch. We'll then check over the remaining issues to see whether we still need a few more updates or whether we're at a point to call time on build 30. Basically, from what it sounds like, build 30 is basically almost done. They're almost done polishing it so people can play it in a relatively bug-free zone, and focusing onto build 31 will be most of their attention, which, as it is, it probably is already there. Most of their attention is as it is. But that's where we actually get a lot of our information of this blog, Build 31. So Build 31 is really exciting, mainly because we have the sneaking function coming in. We don't get to see the sneaking function, but we get something a little bit different, something I didn't know was coming in Build 31, and that is locking mechanisms. So now there's going to be keys and locks. Now this is obviously going to be more important for multiplayer. This is a big multiplayer feature in my opinion. When you first start up your game, you're going to start with a key to your own house. This key will lock and unlock your door and you can kind of get in. Now granted, doors are not exactly the strongest things, but to have it locked right away could buy you precious time to get ready for whatever player might be trying to enter your house, or NPC when NPCs roll around. But the way it works is you will now spawn with the key to your own house on a key ring. Your key ring can be considered a new container type in your inventory, although only keys can be kept in there. As you loot and explore, you will find keys of other houses that have been left for safekeeping in their drawers, cupboards, etc., in the other houses. Sometimes they'll be on the bodies of the zombies that spawn in the houses too, which is really cool. Adds a little bit of immersion and a little bit of flavor. With a key, you can lock and unlock doors, all doors that correspond to that key, and to check what it will open, you can mouse over the key on your inventory key ring, and the corresponding doors will highlight on screen. You can also lock and unlock doors on houses from the inside without owning a key, just as you could in real life. So that's awesome. If you need to like desperately run away from somebody, you can run into a house and just lock the door, again buying you some time. But wait, that's not all. When you destroy a door, if you have the right key, you can pick up the doorknob and rebuild a new door with it, and your key will match. So you can maintain functionality of those doors with the key, which is awesome. And finally, I've introduced padlocks. You can now add a padlock onto your handmade crates and secure them. They'll be automatically unlocked if you have the key, but in multiplayer, others won't be able to get inside them. Although, of course, if they have a crowbar, that's a different matter. So all this stuff is very multiplayer focused, at least in the current state of the game, because NPCs are not in the game yet. But this is going to make a lot of cool features available in multiplayer. You're going to be able to be a little safer. You can make sure your shit doesn't get stolen, well, relatively speaking, and you can keep things a little bit safer. That's really cool. There's a video here. You can actually watch it in action. And I think this is going to make multiplayer a lot of fun. I mean, multiplayer is already a lot of fun, but this is going to add another layer, another depth, more depth to multiplayer when Build 31 comes out. Also of note, they're still working on stealth, NPCs, blah, blah, blah in the background. And, of course, the huge map update that they're working on as well. The Word Z application has got a ton of work put into it, and he and Will hope to use it to create an initial in-game test radio station over the next week ahead, which is awesome. Obviously, the Denver map is finished. It's looking at that, and they're kind of just wrapping things up here. It looks like somebody's making a cool... wait. The second is, oh yeah, there's a cool Project Zomboid card game being made in the tabletop simulator engine, which is very awesome. Given that the creation of a card game of sorts has been integral in the continuation development of our NPC system, this is proving a really interesting project for us. So that's cool. And of course, the tragedy in France that they addressed, which I actually did address quite a lot on Twitter. You know, it's they have a lot of French ties with a lot of French developers. It's an absolute tragedy, and they kind of pay their homages to it here. And that's your Mondoid. Quick one, but some really exciting stuff. I'm excited to see the locking stuff implemented. More excited to see some sneaking mechanics. I'm very excited to see that. And of course, I'll always be excited when we see some NPC stuff. But I'm going to wrap up this Mondoid. Thank you for joining me. If you're a once-a-weeker, I'll see you next week. If you're a regular, I will see you later today. And as always, I will see all of you next time. Bye-bye.